Ever sit down to finally dig into that project, and 2 minutes later your phone lights up? You don't even swipe it, yet, boom, your brain taps the brakes. Here's the wild part. Every tiny ping can steal up to half your mental horsepower. Imagine trying to drive with someone gently tugging the wheel every block. Annoying, right? The good news? You can quiet the noise without disappearing from the world. Today we're talking practical ways to handle interruptions and stay focused. Think of it as attention management, not self-punishment. First, let's get clear on why interruptions feel so brutal. Focus isn't a light switch, it's more like warming up an orchestra. Your memory, reasoning, and creativity tune slowly, then play in sync. When a notification barges in, it's like someone walks on stage mid-performance and asks where the restroom is. You might answer in a second, but the music, it falls apart. Let that image hang for a second. Second big idea, redesign the gate, not the willpower. Picture a canal with locks. Boats, messages, requests, updates still move, but only when you open the gate. In the next few minutes, we'll build those gates together. Small tweaks that protect your mental runway without forcing you to vanish from work or life. Quick reality check. Remember the last time you read the same paragraph 3 times? That blank drift isn't laziness, it's the echo of micro-interruptions you barely noticed. Like opening too many browser tabs until your laptop wheezes, every ping taxes your processor. Instead of blaming willpower, zoom out. Interruptions are design problems, in your tools, your space, your schedule, and the agreements you make with other people. All 4 levers are adjustable. Idea number 3. Not all interruptions are created equal. A colleague who needs a decision on a project you lead is different from the group chat lighting up with memes. Treating them the same, by giving everything instant access, hands your calendar to whoever shouts loudest. Try this image. Your attention is a theatre stage with one spotlight. Only one actor can stand in that beam at a time. A notification yanks the light to the side, even if just for a beat. Sure, you drag it back, but the scene you were building. The emotional thread snaps. So instead of asking, how do I ignore the stagehand forever, ask, how do I script when and how they're allowed to move the light? Here's a practical move. Create a front door and a side door. Front door channels, maybe phone calls or a specific Slack tag, are for truly urgent issues. Side doors are slower routes. Messages you batch, questions that wait for a check-in, or comments people add to shared docs. The moment you name those doors and tell folks which is which, the pressure to answer everything, everywhere, right now, drops like a rock. Next tactic, think runways, not walls. A wall says, nobody can reach me. A runway says, I'm taking off for the next 45 minutes, catch me before or after. Once teammates know your flight patterns, they time requests to your landings instead of firing flares at you mid-air. A quick story. Imagine running a busy restaurant kitchen. If every server can shout new orders the second they come in, you spin in circles, nothing finishes, mistakes multiply. But if tickets slide in on one rail and you batch similar dishes, chaos turns to choreography. You're not stronger, the system is saner. Same rule for your workday. Let's add one more tool, mosquito nets. Swatting every bug is exhausting. Nets do the work for you. One net is a 25-minute focus sprint where only one channel stays open, followed by a 5-minute doors open scan. Another net is a landing strip ritual. When you're pulled away mid-task, jot a 1-sentence next move on a sticky note before fully switching. Breadcrumbs for your future self mean you don't have to re-hack the jungle later. Over time, you're not chasing silence. You're teaching your environment to interrupt you on rhythm, not at random. As your personal system tightens, people around you adjust too. Teams that share norms, quiet hours, summary-only pings start to feel like a jazz band instead of an open mic free-for-all. Everyone still improvises, but inside a groove. Before long, your calendar shifts from Tetris on hard mode into a score you actually composed, with crisp crescendos of focus and softer passages for collaboration. Take a breath. None of this changes overnight. Think of it like tuning a radio, not wiring a circuit. Each week you nudge the dial, shorten one meeting, protect one extra sprint, clarify one boundary. The static of random pings fades and the signal of what matters gets louder. So, here's what we covered today. 1. Interruptions wreck momentum because focus is an orchestra, not a switch. 2. Willpower is overrated. Redesign the gate, locks, runways, doors, to decide how and when information gets through. 3. Separate bulldozers from background hum by naming a front door for urgent stuff and a side door for everything else. 4. Batch attention with tools like focus sprints, landing strip notes, and quiet hour team norms. 5. Keep nudging the system. Small weekly tweaks add up to a calendar you actually composed. Armed with those 5 moves, you can spend more time in the spotlight you choose, less time chasing the light someone else yanked away. Your micro-challenge for this week is simple. Write down these 5 ideas so they don't evaporate. Pick one area, maybe notifications, maybe meeting creep, where you feel the pinch. Take one tiny action before next Monday. Flip a switch, set a boundary, schedule a sprint. Just one. Do that, and you'll turn today's episode from nice theory into real momentum. Thanks for listening, and if this helped you, share it with someone who keeps getting pulled off stage. Until next time, protect that runway and keep the orchestra playing.